Uh, Good morning, everyone. This is Kavfire here with a late night stream. Um, I tried going to bed, and one of my roommates decided to make a lot of noise, and here we are. It is currently 12:22 a.m. So yeah, we're going to be left off. The other stream that I did yesterday will not be put on YouTube. It's too short, not worth it. So, for to recap, we have a bunch of legalized pirates stealing people from their homes, turning them into slaves, and then a yellow jacket, like the guy, actually, sorry, woman here, um, a captain with them, one of the short people. I don't remember the race off the top of my head. Uh, challenged us to a competition where we have to go after pirates who broke the rules, the code, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the stream, we will be not only done with the rogue, but well on our way to finishing the archer. So, before we actually get to we're gonna do the level 20 quest, right? And then we're gonna do the difficulty 3 rogue hunting log. Um, not incomplete. Um, the reason why we're gonna complete um the hunting log is because one, there's an achievement that you get for completing the hunting logs. Um, so there's that, and it'll help me level. So before we get to this, we're going to, and it also allows us to skip the 20 through 23 uh, dungeon for the Farking Company. Um, so we're going to go here. And then go to the Fisherman Guild. I am this morning drinking a game fuel. Um, it does not have that much caffeine in it. It only has like barely any caffeine in it. It's 90 calories. What drink do you guys know of that actually drinks that has like 90 calories? As far as I'm aware, there's only one other energy drink that I know of that doesn't have that many calories, and that's that is a tornado. I think that had like 120 calories. But it's a cheapo energy drink. And the only reason I'm drinking a game fuel this early in the morning is so that I'm awake for you people. I highly doubt I'm going to go back to bed. I tried. Uh, Jakey has Jakey appears eager to hunt down the Maelstrom stolen treasures. Practicing your dance steps, Kavfire, because we're about to run rings around Captain Melhan and her swords. the Yellowjackets has been pressing the investigation to the treasures. What was culled from that maelstrom tub? But as you know, we got our own network of clothes. What don't mess, not going on about town. We don't miss much about what's going on in town. As for the sharp end of the job, it'll be you, me, Underfoot, and the Stray. Let's get down to business, eh? Bucky's way to the feast, so I'll make sure we get on the same page for now. When we get down to it, we'll have to go for a buyback, them 3 treasures, and mail the crew what colored them in the first place. And you can be sure that the Yellow Jackets should be doing her damnness. That Yellow Jacket will be doing her damnness to beat us the mark, and seeing as the fate of the guild is at stake, we best not drag our dubities on this one. I say we grab them, Bubbles for lifting anchor, and give her a proper reason to rage against those rogues. You seem awfully keen on this contest all of a sudden, Jakey. Well, here's the thing. I sent me a grievance to the Oxley regarding the street challenge, but them paper stuffers don't care a whit as long as one of us gets the job done. So I figured I'd share with the wind rather than against it. Besides, we won't want to shrink our duties and force poor Captain Mahan to blunder about in the strange darkness now, would we? How very gentlemanly of ye. Well, them cards when you've been dealt with, aren't they? Now, stow your quotes and let's hear what we learned about the bloody treasures already. According to the manifest on that Nelson vessel, we're looking to bite back the Cologne Star, Silver Stars, and something called the Black Sarcophagus. Aside from the fancy names, I was able to whittle down a few more details. The Cologne Star, for starters, is a big old blue diamond that shines like, well, a star, I suppose. Then we got the Silver Stars, a pair of earrings that once graced the waddles of a Sultan Bulldog. There was a tail there, but one what doesn't concern us at present. Lastly, this blockstress thing, I'm afraid that one remained a mystery no matter how much I poked and prodded. In any case, all 3 of these trinkets were recorded as spoils from the official privateering raids. Now, as you know, a pirate usually sells in front of through a reliable fence. Sometimes, though, holding an auction is the only way to offer goods that is too extravagant or just too plain rare for the average cold Dylan. Our 3 auction trial fell into the auction-only category when the bleeding began in Alpha. The 3 actually raided in with its ample purse, made some unmatched offers, then organized a tub for the merchandise to be shipped back to Lensa. That's when our mark swooped in and picked up their transport clean. I had a few wins with the Muslim sailors, who, as they start the attack, and they pointed the finger at the grinning curs. Problem is, not one cur call seen nor high curs, not to mention their bloody shit since the raid. Sound like Jackie. Excuse me. But yeah, you want to hear this. Some of the hero that was corn from the transfer was just found during a routine inspection at the Lock Dragon Checkpoint. Botrangan have the curs made landfalls then? And what are the treasure? Any mention of them? Not that I heard, but jackets aren't done shaking out all the boxes yet. I better get eyes out there. Quick like Kavfire, underfoot, you're fresh from a run, aren't you? Come on, Cole, I'll race you out to the checkpoint. It's the one-eyed Kavfire. Alright. I have no idea what that is. Oh. I think we can use the gate to get there. That'd be faster. Okay. Yes, it is. I run a race. You owe me a pint, Kavfire. You're excited though. It looks like the red Valkyrie was right about the cargo. From what I've been able to catch from this towards the gate, it seems a peddler with bones for carrying goods, which was known to be aboard that transport. They carried the poor sod away in chains, but the cargo itself is still there. I saw a pack of jackets carrying the box up the wooden ramp. We need to know what's in that crate. I got a pretty good feeling they won't open their gains for asking though. Not while the full challenge is going on. Do you think we can skulk over there and see if they found the treasure yet? Alright. Of course, I'm hidden, but my chocobo isn't. This old John, no diamond, no internet, no bloody blocks. Cupcakes. Looks like we have to lean hard on that skinny peddler to find out if we were to find the treasures. The sergeant says the merchant still pleading ignorance, claims he was hired to carry the goods through the checkpoint and not else. What a pile of plug shit. I'm guessing the pirates split the cargo and are trying to look at every checkpoint. Captain Miller has already given orders to double the guard, inspect every crate and wagon what comes through. Which makes sense. So, about Bane that we left. Oh, how do you... Damn you on them game hours. Yeah, uh, like, I don't want to be up, but, I have insomnia. And thank you for the follow, Benny Brown. Congratulations. Um, welcome to the club. If you have any questions, please ask them away, and I will try to, answer them. Thought we lost the contest before we even properly started. But be that as it may, something doesn't add up here. Why would ye order a coal to carry the goods to the checkpoint? No smuggler is that daft, surely. And even if by some miracle the gods were screaming through the Trinity without raising a fuss, why would you risk taking much right back to the city what he called it from? No, there's a bigger picture here, and we need to take a step back to see it. Assuming the curves hired the peddler to do their work, there'd be someone in the shadows as broken the deal, and I just happen to know a crow what makes his business to oversee this kind of shady arrangement. The thing is, this black here broke changes his hunting haunts depending on how the breeze blows. Quite literally, in fact, I seem to recall that the Navarro Vale been drifting by Wesley this morning, so that put him at Telegraph. Nice and close. Why don't you go ask him a few questions before we head back to the guild? Yes, I am. Um, it, you know, I've been a huge Final Fantasy fan for the better part of, let's see, I first played my Final Fantasy one for the first Final Fantasy game back in 2005, I believe, with Final Fantasy 7. Um and then I believe I played Final Fantasy 10 on a friend's PS2. Couldn't actually finish it because he moved away. Um and he didn't want to sell him his copy. Um So yeah, I've been playing Final Fantasy for a decade plus, almost decade and a half. I pride myself on memory of faces, but yours is unknown to me. Are you an earnest customer or an inquisitive annoyance? I must be sure of your intentions. Oh yeah. Um, it's it's been a very long time, and my Final Fantasy journey has been long and eventful, very eventful. Um, and now that I actually own, if I look at my Final Fantasy list, I think the only one I'm missing is 11, which is the other online version. But I don't think you can get that anymore. I think that's the only mainstream title I'm missing. Um, uh, and if you actually stay tuned to the channel, I will be streaming Final Fantasy VII Chaos Core Reunion when it comes out on the 13th. This is a Final Fantasy that I've actually played on the PSP way back when, in high school, until my PSP was stolen with KS Core, and I didn't have the money to buy a new one. God. The dance is old, but the name is new. Put away your daggers, rogue. I have pledged my wares to your kind since the upright thieves stalked the night. Speak, what would you have this humble merchant? Still tormenting the colts, eh, Granddad? We've come for information on a smuggling job. I have to say, out of all the D&D, not D&D, Final Fantasy guilds that I've played so far, I have to say, besides the... Yeah, it was actually stolen out of my backpack at school. So it was like, wow, it really sucked. And the staff at the school did jack to find it because they basically said, "Oh, it's my fault because I brought it to school." They're so glad I didn't do what I planned for graduation. Um, there was this peddler that was caught at the. And I do apologize for butchering these names, but with having no teeth, it does actually. I do sometimes slur my words. The Latrasium checkpoint, moving merchandise for the grinning curs, played innocence even though he had the screws put to him. You wouldn't know aught about the deal, would ye? Every last squandered detail, not a single grain of stolen sand passed through the shadows without my knowledge. But such percolations lodges tightly in one's throat. What would you have brought to ease the pain of this passage? Spare me the theoretical, Dad. Here's your usual purse. The sum is paid, the deal is made, my answers state your fickle hunger. The hapless patter was indeed innocent. He was but a burdened beast employed by associates of the Green Cur, and likely knew not of this uh, fainted freighter's tale natured. A pawn, if you will, convenient decoy. There are those among my acquaintances who specialize in providing such services. That's what I thought. The curs wanted that cur to get caught, and now the jackals have a taste that wasted their time roughing every shit pie what comes through their trick point. A diversion, basically. Meanwhile, the real treasures are hidden away in the darkness along with the grinning curs. Not the darkness, Master Rogue, the mist. Aside from the treasure, the curs shows you have spent coin on another piece of this little game. Yeah, no, it's some of them. Yes, it's like normal English. And this is where I can use my history buff, knowledge. Yes, it does seem a little medieval-ish. I've actually seen some translated Latin to English, and it looks very similar. I know that's one of the reasons why I love Final Fantasy. I actually use a bit of my history buff knowledge on this. I love that. And Navigo, one who has practiced in piloting a vessel throughout the Doxy Pool? Odd name. Doxy, gods only know how many ships sailed into that fog, soup, and never came out again. And that's where you say the curs have gone to the ground. Now that is a trick what tells some bollocks. Once the humble tub was sitting damper in the mist, though, it would have been easy to have these associates of theirs ferry the junk goods to Lugnosha. Then the curs' cubs just needed to wait for the peddler to be boned and draw the gaze of the Jalajak inland. We need to strike now. As soon as they learn the coast is clear, they'll flee for open waters. As for appraisal events, now that we know the location of your mark, excuse me. However, it will not be so difficult to track them down. The Dutch pole was once an impenetrable trap. Ever since the calamity, the mists are far less constant. Know your search to the heaviest banks, and you will soon uncover these who wish to be unseen, to remain unseen. And now a warning: the mist can conceal other dangers besides the dogs you seek. A careless step may land you upon the chopping block. The chopping block you can't mean. I have no idea what he's talking about. I think I found myself another lead to look into. You hurry on back to the Jakey and tell them what we've learned so far. Alright. Uh, about time, lad. You were gone so long that I almost sent the X-ray after you. What happened to Underfoot? So our marks aren't the biddling birds are stunk inside. Half the biddling birds are stunk inside the doxy pool, eh? I'm not discounting old man's warning, but we may not have a better chance to occurs at gambling and treasures. We board the ship right now. You, me, and the cab. I suppose we'll be needing ourselves a tub for the birds. I have wilds with Surant. See what the dockyards can spare us by the way of a ship, and arrive. We'll get your kit together and meet us there. Okay. So we're going into these mysterious, mists. Great. This is gonna be fun. And where exactly do I need to go? Oh, I need to go some. Alright, let's do this. That's the one thing I really hate about these instant stuff. I can't bring in my chocobo to be my tank. Alright, Kavfire, I pull in some favors, and there's a crew what got us close enough to scamper above the crew's vessel. I'll be cramped on that day. If we try to mill the whole lot at once, we'll soon find ourselves against the rails. So we go in quick and quiet and try to knock it off 0 time. Yes, Benny Brown can be our tank. I don't tank. Um, I one of the things I have, like, I really haven't tanked since my Paladin slash Death Knight days in World of Warcraft, and that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So it's been a long time, especially since Blizzard decided to fuck with the um uh with the Death Knight. Well, Coot, are you eager to test your she legs? Yes. And which tank are you going for? Paladin, Marauder? Please don't say you're doing Dark Knight. Alright. Oh. Okay. Yes! If I would ever actually tank in this game, obviously it'd probably be the Paladin. Because, as you said, the Paladin is, you know, can not only heal itself from their taking abilities, which I love in this game. I love that they have that ability. That tanks have that ability. But they can actually heal themselves. But before I do that, I need to find out which for each of the 3 DPS categories. I'm talking about melee DPS, range DPS, physical, and magical range. Which one of those will each one of them for me will have a class that I go to. So if I need to, I can switch off. So far for physical range, it's either going to be oh nice. I honestly I don't listen to rumors like that because most of the time they turn out to be like complete and utter, you know, worthless. Um, like for example, um, when I played um, Star Trek Online, there was a rumor coming out that that they're going to come out with guild versus guild combat, but that never happened, and I've been waiting years for that. So I take that with a grain of salt, especially when it comes to class strangers, because generally they will look at it, start implementing it, and they decide to not do that. Jake, I found me one of them treasures, unless there's another fist-sized blue diamond on board. That's got to be the Kaloon Star. Also, for the other two bubbles, I tossed the cabins, been through the hole limb by limb, and they're not else here. Well, we just have to ask all sweet like, won't we? Spit it out, cur. Where you keeping the rest of your treasure? Heh. You'll like I spill my gut for the likes of you, rogue. Maybe you wouldn't at that, but what about this partner you're working with? Oh ye? We have no. Oh ye? We don't have no need for no partner. So ye taking this, telling me this was all your own idea. You woke up one day and decided you attack a maelstrom transport right off the coast of Alport, then disappear into the loving embrace of the Doxy Pool. Not exactly your style, is it? The Grinning Curs are too bleeding famous for being a crew that, what? No. I personally don't watch streams all that much because it takes away my focus from whatever I'm doing. Um, like, one of the days, yeah, I would like to actually, you know, get together with other streamers and just hang out, play the game, or play any game, for that matter. You know, that's one thing about um, I I'm the name's drawing me a blank. Let me look it up real quick. Aha! Very clever, man. Yeah, but yeah, I don't watch much streams. Like if it unless it's like one of those events where I can get like bonus stuff, I don't watch streams. Um, unless it's a someone who I actually know personally. I don't watch them because it doesn't feel like you know feel right to watch other people's streams like that. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a level day. I will hopefully be streaming um, at 4 p.m. PST time after I get home from work, maybe for a few hours, and then try to get some sleep. But knowing me, anything can happen. Uh, the Green Courage have been too blasphemous for being the crew what turned their stumps up. Shouts out that Pratt in favor of keeping the old wood. Yes, thank you. It's lovely being chatting with you, man. You need only to escape the yellow dragon this long by you only escape the yellow dragon this long by crawling on your bellies and snatching the skets fell off from the table. You ain't the type to sink your teeth into a Navy-owned vessel, no matter the price. Aye, well, maybe there isn't no profit in being cautious no more. The age of pirates is swiftly coming in. Maribel won't be stopped, not by peddling a little crew like mine. That's why we throw in a lot in with the executioners. That blue rock was just our share of the loot, that scratch from the table, like you said. If you want them back other tricky, then you'll have to take it up with our new mates. One job at a time, lad. First we need to get these sinking clothes out their tub back at the docks. I don't know how to travel ship. Do you? Okay. Putting aside the issue of who gave the order, there's no doubt there was the clubs that raided the Maelstrom ship. Now for a punishment which it's the crime. I was informed that a certain well-known pirate ship was spotted weighing anchor at the dry docks. I assumed that was you. This was your work. Aye, you missed all the excitement, Captain. But never mind. The Clone Star is back and Bob and our sneaky little thimbles. And these must be the Green Curs. Degenerate fiends, how dare you pity your filthy little trade in waters. How many innocent sailors were massacred that you might set your vile avarice? Every one of your kind ought to be lined up and shot, and Moskipol is the only answer for this rampant display of lawlessness. Wait. Do you mean just to execute them here on the bloody docks? At least take the buggers into custody first. Hand them over to your lawful imprisonment satisfaction. Hand them over to you for lawful punishment, satisfy the demands of the codes as well. We'll already get the answers to our questions, so feel free to take them away. Do not presume to give me orders, Rogue. Your magic catches these villains and their ill-gun treasure been pulling unsavory, uncomfortable meal. Why, you're not more than pirates yourselves. These bastards aren't worth a true pilot's spit. The upright siege was formed to protect us from from ourselves. Now they're just putting uniting dogs for the animal. Yanks, member of Inclination, another Buccaneer despair. You rogues are traitors to your own kind. If it hadn't been for you, go on then. Blame me for any cause for your own failures. You know that what ye is about when you defied the code. You knew that we would be after ye. We are done here. There are still 2 treasures left, Rogue, and I mean to claim them both. I'll reconsider this contest with your captain. Turns out this fish were trying to Hoka is a shark, and mate will just swallow ye whole. Alright. Let's head back to Linsa. We can head inside. Alright. We're working that shit camp. The first blood is ours. Have you taken to fighting at sea? There are a few extra as one could stop and horn as quickly as red, but mind you, don't exhaust yourself. You're just flying your blades at the tougher crows. Ain't that goes up when you mates on your flank. If you notice yourself staring to flag, there's not wrong with pulling back from time to time and shattering your tact with each other to keep the pressure on. I said it done a forward coat, but I need you sharp enough to crush crave steel for what's to come. I'm afraid this is more of a challenge than what little shrewd for bargaining for. That's assuming the courage went lying about the executioners and the executors who are I bloody think they are. 6 you and me, though. I'm hoping the name is just some lost folks coincidence. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's get the boots. Uh, yeah, let's quit these. And let's put on the boots. Oh, or did the boots just go? Yes, the boots just go in here. I think I've gone. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need these anymore. There's no point in actually carrying, boots that you can't really use for um uh yeah, that'll be done in a minute. Let's actually deal with them now, then head to the next one. Let's head to the hunting job. Let's go Hawkins Ally. Alright. Yeah. And yeah. Well, then now they're less than a third of the way from being complete. And let's do that. Yes, I know that you're qualified for the job, but I'm not done with that quite yet. Because I don't have the job you're gonna go for. Because alright. Now let's pull up the good old fashioned. That's pre-go or something long. Okay, we are on rank 3. Black Bat, Eastern Shroud. Not Eastern Long Contra. Okay. Well, I was thinking about doing the travel quest, but that's not gonna be the best option for a little bit. So so they're right in here. Okay. Again, the reason why I'm doing this instead of dungeons is 1, I want to get the achievement, and 2, I want to skip that level 20 through 20 3 dungeon for the Grand Company, because I really freaking hate that thing. Okay, so he just gained a giant bit of experience. He's now getting closer to, what is he? He's running 12 right now, right? No, he's can unlock rank 12, but he can't actually do anything. Alright, so the next one is the... Also, the next 3 things are in the Eastern Shroud. Well, the Giant Gull Gant and the Overgrown Island are also in the Eastern Shroud. Nice. Okay. So... the Gull Gant is in 22. So, right in... I think I'm reading my math. I'm going to the right place, but I thought that was like a little town. Yeah, this I think this is like in the 40s, man. Let's see. 8. Okay, I was doing my math. So it's okay. I was going along first. Yes, I was right. Alright. Anyone got any weed killer? Oh shit! I have to put him to um. Alright, let's go. And now we have the black Ifrit, which is in the Shroud. So from Broke 24 to Broke 27, we have they're all in the South Shroud. Sweet. I'm gonna go to Quarry Mill. So. Alright. So let's. Is in X the Bark bit are X28, X18, Y24. Yeah, I think they're over there. And since we're here, might as well kill this thing. That was actually the Antelope Stag, which was nice. Actually dealt with that earlier. Yeah, not gonna deal with the fates, because the fates just suck in this area. Now, I will actually be doing the fates for Shadowbringer and Endwalker for 2 reasons. One, because I want to get the shared fate stuff out of the way. And 2, I can get crafting mats from them. You know. And it doesn't hurt to actually have a way to actually get crafting mats. You know, especially stuff like like skins for leatherworking, because sometimes that can be a real pain in the butt to get without retainers. And I don't want to rely on retainers. Okay, so the next ones are the Red Billy Lookout and Lancers, 2 each. And they require right? And they are at X23, Y18. Alright, so they're like almost at the quarry mill, so I'm just gonna teleport here. It's 35 guild. Awesome that I have this ability. Alright. Alright. Okay. So I just need the yellow, the river Yellandor, and they are at 23x, 20y. So just directly south there. Sweet. And now just realizing they look a lot like the spiders from like the 2000 version of Lost in Space, a little bit. I think it's like 2005 or something. Alright. So now we're going to go against the... I think... We're going to deal with these cool claw cutters and hunters. They are at X28, Y21. Yeah, and they're like really freaking close. Let's go deal with them. Since I'm like here. Don't want to have to leave, then come back. And I think I found their camp. No, this is a goblin camp. Ah, they're there. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, it doesn't count. Ah, that just sucks. That just sucks. Like, my chocobo tweeted it, but it doesn't count to my hunt log. I don't think. Nope. Let me have to set this as my home. Let's not, drop so close to the goblins. Oh, these were the poacher. I had to complete. Yes, I did. I just hop on my chocobo, fly away from there, because those things were doing a lot of damage. But then again, I'm only wearing 20 to 17 gear. Like, I'm not really geared, to fight them. And the last ones are in the Southern Island. Okay. I'm gonna go to a little El Amigo. Now this should get me to these 200 should get me to 25 guaranteed. They may even get me to 26 or close to it. Okay, so the Quartz Brigade are at X24. Y21. Alright, they're like there and there. Like, they're like in this general area. Let's go, let's go, let's go. They're actually up here. Sorry, I read it as 21 instead of 11. Yeah, they're X24, Y11. They're right around here. Okay. That got me, 25. And then we have 20, two more. We have two, a Coach Braid Knucklehead and Fire Dancer. And they should be close, because I think, they're right here. Alright. Okay, so I was close. Let's head back to Limsa, so that we can, uh, do the level 25, uh, rogue quest, and then we will do, and that should get us to 26, and then we should be able to do one or two more, like one or two dungeons, and then do the level 30, two level 30 quests. Um, huh. Okay, I can get a iron plug in here's. Right. Oh, yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's actually. Actually, yeah, I have these and those. So yeah, now I have like level 20-ish gear. And I need about 3,000 to get to level 26, and this quest can give me it. JK wishes to discuss the plan for recovering the remaining treasures. Hello there, Kavfire. We have a rough job ahead of us, and that's a fact. Matters are tangled enough with that most snapping at our heels, but we still managed to grab the first trinket without too much fuss. Breaking back them other two treasures, though, that'll be a different story. Once the story gets here, I'll explain what, or more to the point, who we're up against. Alright. We have two battles left on the list, the Silver Shadows and the Black Sarcophagus. Let's say where we're at. And where the Pilgrim, the Swissfoot got to. Underfoot, still looking to wheel the tail behind that bleeding sarcophagus. We're not being cored that sucker until we at least have an inkling as to what the bloody thing looks like. Treasure side, I've been doing some digging on my own into these executioner allies of the Green Cruise, and I'm afraid the name was no coincidence. Kavfire, you've heard of the blood exchangers, I hope. It seems them curs were feeding from the fable one of the nation's greatest pirate powers. They're no ordinary crew of cutthroats, lad. Within the influence of the bloody issue will the power and influence second to only the admiral herself. There was no too fond of her or her prohibition part. It was the only overwhelming threat possessed by the Gauntlet that eventually convinced to play nice with the Thraxi. But pirates ain't one to play nice for long. Now that Kavfire ain't around to helm the ship, the authority of the bloody executioners has began to show cracks. All the strongest captains and all lieutenants begin to form their own factions and are scrambling to claim the top chair for themselves. Of course, not one bloody cove can agree with another which way the executioners ought to sail. Among these new factions, though, is a group that is pushing to break free of the Admiral's group completely. Turns out these reformers, as they call themselves, were the ones as they took the grinning curs under the wing, which means they got possession of the last two treasures. We're yet to quarry rumors town say, even for the executioners, these cubs bloody aren't ruthless, not to be crossed. We should sit this one out, Jackie. Piss on Melon's contact. It ain't worth this kind of grief. We'll be inviting the wrath of a crew so large and dangerous that even the Admiral ain't keen on coming to blows with them. If they come after us, large or small, it doesn't matter much. They broke the code when they hit that Nelson tub. The green curs are paying for that crime. We'll be poor sodding excuses for those if we let the real culprits carried on unpunished. I mean to see the shot to the end. Ain't that mean biting back them treasures and holding out proper justice to them as they deserve it? But Jackie, listen, with all the infighting going on at present, us subbing a short bird into one faction totally ain't likely to bring the whole executioner's crew down on heads. Besides, them reformers buggers are so far split from the main mob, they've been avoiding the city altogether. Now it's time we got to work. Kavfire, you're to crack down our black market contact. I sent him looking into the Kur's new allies a while back, so he should have some answers by now. The bill was listed by the Southern this morn. That put the old man at his haunt in lower Nalsutra. Here, take this sack of blunt as payment to the House of Sticks. Alright. That's Cobalter, if you don't know. The woman's buddies with and hires the biggest and meanest side of bodyguard. You have to be ready if you approach to be challenged. Okay. I think he said lower. Say lower or upper? Yeah, lower. Yeah, it's probably best if I actually. No, I'm just gonna flat from the drugs. Alright. Off we go. Okay. These kobolds are like basically nothing to me. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Welcome to the house, young bro. You must excuse my hireling's enthusiasm for green bridges. Now, have you ever completed your baggage, for which I might leave you up before we begin our conversation? Yes, we do. Gosh, sweet, a heavy burden for one of your tender years to bear, but its weight has balanced skills, the sum is paid, and the deal is made. Let us speak of these reformers. This faction that so wronged the code now seeks to peddle one of its stolen treasures, the earrings, better known as the Silver Sorrows. The deal, it said, is to take place at Costa del Sol, the buyer, a moneyed merchant from the golden sands of the Duel. The earrings will be out in the open, vulnerable. I would target the moment of the transaction where I so inclined, as the gentleman up there by the cabin appears to be, for he purchased this safe sound information. Though he tends to disguise his identity, the sense of a soldier yet lingers. I know not where one such as she came to learn by existence, but I suspect he worked for a certain yellow-coated captain. God, brave she is, but foolish, stumbling blindly into the underworld, and your grappling hands will not save you from the holes at your feet. Then shall be her fall. Yeah, she's just asking for her to get assassinated. Yeah, if you just like bumble into the underworld, you're just asking for yourself to be assassinated. Um, uh, let's go get these earrings then. I think this merchant will try to take the sorrows and give it to the Sultanate of Uda. Makes a good idea. Gain her favor by giving her a long lost treasure of her family. Welcome back, Kavfire. What information did the old man have on the performers? Looking to upload the earrings are there and to an doll, no, nonetheless. Can't say I'm surprised to hear the buyers from out of town. You won't find many left willing to melt corn at the clothes selling. Only the daftest of solves would go about funding them as means to pull down the admiral. This is actually a good, actually, an idea. You lower the reputation of the admiral by thinking that she can't protect her own ships, right? By stealing treasures, like from one of those ships, and then you sell off items that we found on the ship, right? So you can fund more operations as such until you supposedly bring down your opponent. Not bad idea, actually. One of my lucky arrived at the House of Sticks before you. How did they know? Them curs we captured must have cracked during the shrew interrogations. We have to ensure the jail directors know what we know, and that means we best get our asses too close to the soil. Right, bleeding now. I'll handle this one, Jackie. You and Kavfire can wait here for Pillabone. Oi! Yeah, what in the hell was she playing at? After all, lad, she knows this ain't a solo job. Yep. Uh, I told you to wait together. Well, it might be as I could use extra clove in the shadows, that's all. Jackie has his mindset of pushing the exteriors, but me, I just want to sulk and clothe himself a bit and skulk out. I reckon that if I can manage that with no one the wiser, then they wouldn't even know who came to call. Finish the job without drawing me daggers, you know. It ain't exactly true to the code, but the shield of the underworld honor won't stop them bloody killers from cutting me mate's throats, setting the sisters and glimmer. The guild's only place what offering to take in a pirate stray like me, and not seen it burn to the ground. What I was about to say the wind when you're been heading. Alright, here's what we know. The rich merchant who came from Oda is some old mate of Master Guru. The coal as owns the Guru taking his guard and dancers paraded down the beach. Someplace giving us use of the entire chart to his friend. Seems she doesn't want an audience for her bargaining with the performance. Which, as it happens, works out well for us. We'll wait here until they're busy with haggling over price and natural sorrows and hop the twig after they realize Optimus. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, it's a good plan. Probably gonna go wrong, but still a good plan. There. The buyer's right, the foremost coin counter, and the Udo buyer are setting up on the southern patch. There's out to be nearby. Hang about who are those other calls? The place was meant to be empty. I see nasty looking brokes in Udo garb. Are those mentors? Ugh, the merchants brought on the whole bloody entourage. I've gone ahead. I've gone ahead. I realized the job never was going to be that easy. Well, we'll have to mill a few of them bodyguards first. I reckon you didn't want to fight through a forest of blade should you get caught sneaking about on them narrow walkways. Jackie, I was just. I mean, I thought I. Slow your excuses, love. I know full well what you were doing about what you were about. You start going soft on us, though. It'd be like losing one of my arms. I can't take on the bloody execution all by myself. It only causes that I have like you and Kavfire here that the guild can take the jobs it does. When our crows walk through the shadow, it's the bleeding pirates that do the thumbling. Remember that. Rants and two guild robbers pissed their breeches when their daddies caught them in the honeypot. We're the knives in darkness. No bastard wants to go blade to blade with the likes of us. I see you're not changing my then. We need all the saboteurs we can get, and Paul's mine will be there when you need them. Bene. Now let's carve a path to that platform and bait back those earrings. You hide yourself down by the docks in case the marks get during the fighting. Kevlar, you and me split them up, and the mill guards as we go. It's them purpose as concerned me the most, as just crash the little buggers before they can spring any from fun. Creeping as close as you dare, then give them a good solid clock from behind. It ain't the most original side, but that doesn't make it any less lethal. Once you're done with the first group, slip back in the shadows and move on to the next. Not to it, eh? Let's go. I'll head over to the back while you start in the front. Let's wrap this up before them Jack's blunder and scared off our mark. Okay. Come on. Alright, let's do this. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. Rogues. No one mentioned aught about rogues. What in the hell do you think you're doing? I'm conducting business transaction on behalf of the Bloody Executioner. Do you understand what that means? Do you know what they'll do to you? I'm all a friend. Odd. Then you're that one that they're slacking? I don't mean, it doesn't mean match me who you work for. Your bosses broke the code, and we're here to collect. Those be the silver shards then. I'm sure you paid a comes of corn for them, the Shen booties, but I doubt they're worth your life. Let's have them then. Wait, damn you. You should know this, that this is a person that is extremely influential member of the East Elegant Trading Company. Surely you know part of it. If the threat of reprisal will not suit your hand, then consider the political ramification of interfering with a foreign dignitary. The Admiral would not desire to damage the Lumsden's relations with Uda. Yes, exactly. I'm very highly placed in your I have powerful friends who would not be pleased were you to treat me in any fashion. And you must understand that silver flowers are a historical treasure, a gift once bestowed upon the Sultan Nasser ul Nasser by her champion. The earrings were later stolen from the royal vault, and we lost hope from ever recovering them. That I might be so easily purchase them, this is a miracle. The return of these rings will be, that is to say, the sorrows must be returned to Oda. Can you not look the other way for the sake of my nation's pride? You must think me some digitory. If the deal has been made on behalf of your country, then why were you thinking about joining with pirates? An excellent point. One might doubt your quality of character were you to continue with these fibble fabrications. You need only trust these earned in me, and surely that you truly wish to see them return to the world. That is, after all, it was to fulfill that very purpose that the directory bid on the stars in the first place. Bit late there, ain't you, Captain? I think we all agree the round belongs to us. On the contrary, my dear scoundrel, I made the winning move the moment I knew we were dealing with a merchant of Uda. I've come bearing an official order feature authorized by the Admiral himself. You'll not be harmed, but I must insist you cooperate with this reclaimment of unlawfully obtained goods. Though cost of all is private property, it nonetheless lies within state government territory. Come along quietly, and we'll have no inconvenience with no inconvenience domestic, nor any. I'm not even going to pronounce the master any further. Those subjects will be taken into the Eldrak custody, and do not concern yourself with selling souls. They'll be quite safe with me. So it's 1-1. The hells take that corny-colored harpy. You might as well hand the things to her on a valet cushion. I'll go find Unfurt and help with the digging. There's still a last treasure out there. You can be sure the reformers won't give it up without a fight. Aye, you do that. Best luck to you, love. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. I need to get some sleep before work. I'm gonna finish this cutscene, then get to sleep. I will be posting this on YouTube. This one, because we had a different competition. There you are. Left before the events were truly decided. And I thought you would deserve to know the score. The old one Montrant has acquiesced to our request and surrendered their silver into our keeping. We also apprehended the reformers accountant and will be holding him for further questioning. Oh, bouncing and bringing an association of the bloody earth. You yokers don't flinch from your duty. I'll give you that. And that's what I hear. You're buying information, Captain. I thought you'd be sooner die than associate with elements of the world. I will do what I must to stay ahead in this challenge. That musketeer's knowledge was vital to the case. That's true, I might find his pirates practice distasteful, but he is no pirate. It is the fading era of piracy which I mean to consign to the history books. And that chapter will be fully closed. It will never be fully closed until every pirate spawned relic, including you and your guild, becomes a thing of the past. Violent and forthright, those are the words by which the Eldar should live. It is the manner in which we protect from Salensa. I swore an oath on the graves of my sisters. No more shall the innocent suffer at the hands of these savage butchers, these unrepentant killers. And great that oath means I got me thimbles full of just keeping the code intact. But the code is kind of an oath too when you get into it. And since I've sworn to uphold it, I have no intention of stepping aside and letting you trample all over me or my clothes. In fact, you better off getting in now before matters get properly settled. Just say you're sorry, admit defeat, and we'll leave it at that, eh? You, your audacity knows no bounds. I'm done wasting words. I shall claim the last word, and then I will look on Pretorius as your guild is dismantled brick by brick. Just because you force them to you force them to actually, not be a part of the under the protection of the Anvil, doesn't mean they're not gonna continue doing what they're doing. Sure, they're gonna have to relocate their base, but they'll continue doing what they're doing. Ha ha. That's the spirit, Captain. Just don't forget to keep an eye on the earrings. The city's crawling slowly, and you could keep the sorrows in the blooded lockbunks in the coral tower, but look away for a moment and one of my cubs bite them beauties right back. Come on, let's get back to your sisters first. Yeah, finish this quest, and then go to bed. Alright, let's do this. Let's go. And then Fisherman's Guild. Hi! Pretty good. Sadly, I'm about to shut down the stream for a little bit, because I have to go to bed. I'm about to go to work. But if you want to actually come back at about 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll be streaming again right after work. Thank you so much for the follow. Yep. I'm gonna finish this quest and I'm gonna get after the bed. It is 2:16 in the morning here. And I have to get up at 6. Yep. Well, as much as an insomnia gamer can get. Well, after that hard work, the shrew made off with the spoils. And as far as her damn contest goes, I suppose that makes us even. I'll be the last. It'll be the last shred. The black scrappers that decides the victor. Wherever the enforcers are doing to keep it Bob, you bet you can. Your grandmom's teeth. There'll be some blade work needed before this job is done. Get yourself ready for the proper scrap, Kavfire. I'm just gonna get that. Alright. Again, I'm turning on the stream. I will be back at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wish you all a fantastic morning, evening. Have a good day.